Thank the Lord football's coming back.
Yes, sir.
Thank the Lord football's coming back. What's going on, sports fans? Welcome to this week's edition of SportsVenting Weekly. I'm the Waz.
No, you're Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer Brian Urlacher going in this week.
And I am Super Bowl champion, Frustrated Phil.
Thank goodness you can only say that probably for about another 5 months.
That's right.
All right. Football.
Football.
Hall of Fame game this Thursday on my birthday. Chicago Bears, Baltimore Ravens. I just can't wait to see some football.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it too, but I'm looking forward to the gold jacket ceremony Friday night. Number 20, Philadelphia Eagle, Brian Dawkins going in the Hall of Fame.
Yep. I'm happy. Brian Urlacher going in the Hall. Big Hall of Fame class this year.
Incredible. It's good. The speeches are going to be epic.
How do you think Terrell Owens' speech is going to be at his high school?
Yeah, that's not going to happen, but you're going to hear Ray Lewis, you're going to hear Randy Moss, Brian Dawkins, Brian Urlacher.
No,
it's going to
phenomenal
be
class. A class like this comes along very, very few.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a great class. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing Mitchell Trubisky. But as we promised, we are going to be previewing the NFC East today.
Home of the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles.
All right. Listen, I'm taking the Redskins and the Cowboys. You're taking the Giants and the Eagles. You want to go first? You want me to go first?
We got to save the best for last, so.
All right, you're going to defer to the second half.
That's
All right,
it.
so here we go. I'm going to take the Redskins first. The Redskins go out in free agency and they basically swap quarterbacks. They swap out Kirk Cousins for Alex Smith. Horrible move.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Alex Smith is a good quarterback when he is surrounded by talent. The problem is the Washington Redskins, they have no talent.
Yeah.
Horrible, horrible. So they lose Cousins. They lose Terrell Pryor. They lose Bashaud Breeland, Ryan Grant, and Trent Murphy. And who do they bring on board? They bring on board Alex Smith. I think it definitely downgrade compared to Kirk Cousins. They get Paul Richardson from Seattle,
yep.
a speedster who's never had, I think, more than 43 catches in a season. Don't see an upgrade over there over Terrell Pryor. They get old man Orlando Scandrick from the Dallas Cowboys to play the slot. Well, great. He's going to get burnt in Washington now, just like he got burnt in Dallas. But they did make up two nice pickups in the draft. One, they got Daron Payne, defensive tackle from the University of Alabama.
Yep. Good.
Definitely a pass rusher. It's going to help bolster that defense. And I think they finally found a running back in Darius Geis, who slipped from the first round to the second. If he pans out, it's going to be a great pick. Overall, don't see any moves that really have helped the Redskins this year. I think you're looking at another maybe 6-10, 5-11 record.
Yeah. I'm not sold on them.
On to the Dallas Cowboys. And thank goodness Dan the Man's not here today, because if I had to look at them one of those jerseys, I'd puke. All right, the Cowboys. They lose. Biggest loss. They cut Des Bryant. Weren't going to pay him. We talked about Orlando Scandrick getting cut. Jason Witten retires.
Going to the booth.
And they also lose Anthony Hitchens.
Yeah,
out to
linebacker.
the AFC. Big loss there. However, on the addition side, they pick up Allen Hurns from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Definitely a good receiver. They pick up some speed in Deontay Thompson, and they pick up Tavon Austin from the LA Rams.
Yep.
So they're definitely upgrading their speed, which I think was a big deal because the Cowboys were getting old and slow. They also go out, and in the draft, they make 3 really good picks. They pick Leighton Vander Esch to play linebacker. He can play any linebacker position out of Boise State. Phenomenal player.
First round pick.
Yep. They pick up Connor Williams, who's going to be automatically inserted at guard and upgrade that offensive line. And they get a pounding running back in Bo Scarborough from the University of Alabama. Can definitely take those goal line downs. However, I think the biggest addition Dallas is going to have this year is 16 games of Zeke Elliott.
Yes, that's definitely going to help them. However, they still have Jason Garrett as their head coach. He has had some good regular seasons, but has had no success in the playoffs.
True. Absolutely true. I think the losing Dez is actually going to help because you lose that drama every week. Am I going to get how many balls this week? I think Elliott for the whole year, picking up that guard in the draft and Connor Williams. I'm looking at a 10-6 Cowboys team this year
10-6
with a wild card.
Yeah, the 10-6 will probably make the playoffs, and I would love to play the Dallas Cowboys in the playoffs. Oh, that would be so awesome.
Bet you would. All right, we're moving over to the other side of the division. Giants, Eagles. What do you got?
Giants. All right, so New York Giants, they added the number 2 pick in the draft, Saquon Barkley out of Penn State. We all know he's got tree trunk legs. He has shiftiness. He returns kicks.
Yep.
He is going to be a great running back in this league. They also added, their other big addition was Nate Solder, offensive lineman from the New England Patriots. They also got another offensive lineman, Kareem McBride. Also, the other thing I want to say about their offense, Odell Beckham's coming back.
Yep.
After breaking his leg early in the season.
Yep.
That's going to be a huge addition. They also picked up Cody Lattimore from the Denver Broncos, spent the last 4 seasons with Denver. But they still have Eli Manning as their quarterback. And you know how little I think of Eli Manning.
Mm-hmm.
7 of the last 9 years, they have missed the playoffs with him starting every single game. I don't see them being a playoff team. They obviously are going to improve from 3 wins. They may go up to 8, but 8-8 is not going to make the playoffs. The New York Giants will finish out of the playoffs, even with the addition, of Saquon Barkley.
Okay.
All right. Now let's go to the Eagles.
Yep.
So, who did they add? Well, they now add last year's draft pick, Sidney Jones, cornerback, who I just heard has been a stud in the first week of training camp. Looks very fluid, they said. Mm-hmm. Number 2, they added Michael Bennett on the defensive line. They added Haloti Ngata from the Detroit Lions, formerly of the Baltimore Ravens, on the defensive line. Already a deep position. But the biggest thing they're going to add is obviously they're getting the MVP, would have been the MVP quarterback back. They're going to have him by week 1 or 2, and hopefully he'll stay healthy, and we'll see what happens in late in the year and in the playoffs. However, Carson Wentz has got to stay healthy because he's going to get that label like Sam Bradford of somebody that's always injury prone. In his rookie year, he broke his ribs in the preseason, and he was able to start the game 1. We all know about the knee injury last year.
Yep.
And in college, he had a couple injuries in college. So he's been injury prone. The man has got to play 16 games, and if they make the playoffs, he's got to play the playoffs.
I hear you. Any losses concern you on the side of the Eagles?
Losses.
They got Torrey Smith.
But then they got Mike Wallace.
True.
So they kind of replaced Mike Wallace with Torrey Smith. They lost Brent Selleck, but then they drafted, their top draft pick was Dallas Goedert to replace Brent Selleck and to back up Zach Ertz. So that's another addition. But the biggest, Darren Sproles is coming back after getting hurt in Game 3. Jordan Hicks is coming back, and Jason Peters are coming back after getting hurt in Game 6. So they had a lot of injuries of guys, starters that did not play in the playoffs. They're coming back, and we'll see how it works out, and we'll see if they can stay healthy.
All right, predictions. Here's how I see the NFC East shaking out. All right, we're going to go bottom to top. Redskins. I'm calling 5-11, 6-10. Don't see any more than that. Definitely feel they took a step back this year, especially in the quarterback position. The Giants. Even though I'm having them in 8-8, it's a huge jump up from where they were at 3 wins last season. Again, I know you don't like Eli. They surrounded him with more weapons this year. Definitely going to protect his backside with Nate Solder. I don't think they've done enough. The Cowboys, I think, are going to take a big jump up. I see them at a 10-6 team. Definitely a playoff team. The addition of having Zeke for all 16 games, and the Cowboys got younger and faster on both sides of the ball. And the Eagles, definitely still going to take the division, I think. However, I think they're going to take a little bit of a step back. I see the Eagles at 11-5 this year. What are your thoughts?
All right. I have the Redskins last at 7-9.
All right.
All right. I have the Giants in third place at 8-8, going from 3 to 8.
Okay.
I have definitely the Cowboys. They will win 10 games. They won 9 last year. And with Ezekiel Elliott playing 16, they'll win 10. And I have the Eagles. They will be favored in 14 games. They will not be favored at New Orleans or at the Rams. They're going to go 12-4.
12-4. Okay. 12-4, 11-5.
12-4, 10-6 Cowboys, 8-8, 7-9 Redskins.
All right, cool. We'll see how it pans out. I know next week we're going to take the NFC North. We're going to be talking about my Chicago Bears. Before we go, you said you had a rant today. What are you ranting about today?
All I hear in training camp, all these teams say, well, we're finally healthy. You're healthy because the season hasn't started yet. That's why you're healthy. Wait till the games are played and your starters and a lot of your key players get injured because the season started. Everybody is healthy in training camp, Waz. I can't stand when all these teams say, well, this year we're healthy. What the hell does that mean? It's training camp. Of course you're healthy. You had 8 months off.
Well, you are in football venting mode. I like it. All right. That's all we have this week. Check out the NFL Hall of Fame game. First game of the season, Thursday night. It's also my birthday. Let's go Bears. Let's go Mitch Trubisky. I am psyched.
Are you healthy?
I'm healthy.
I'm healthy, too.
Healthy. Good. I'm glad you're healthy.
Yeah.
It's great. We're healthy for a year of football this year. All right. That's all we have this week. I'm the Waz.
And I'm Frustrated Phil.
And we're out of here.